Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Miss Ryder. If you do know me, then welcome back. It has been a while since I have made a video, and today I thought I'd do a catch up. Okay, I haven't made a video in a while because I was staying with my sister because my kitchen was getting done and my dogs needed to go somewhere else, so I was staying with my sister to look after my dogs. And then she got kittens, I was staying at hers to look after her kittens, and then she got taken to hospital, so I was staying there to look after her, and I ended up being there for about a month and I couldn't edit any videos, so I hadn't made any content apart from like short form content that I can make for Instagram and TikTok and shorts. But I am now back home and I am back to making videos. I will hopefully from now be able to make videos how often I usually make videos. Hopefully that will all be getting back to normal now. Anyway, I thought I'd show you some things I've been doing while I was at my sister's because I really enjoyed it and I want to show you. So basically I love art and I made this journal I got this journal like 4 years ago, but I never used it because it was one that got given to me as like a work journal, like those little gift things that they give you. So I never thought that I would get any need for it. But then while I was like just before I left to go to my sister's, I found it and I covered it in stickers and decided that I was going to start filling it. It did say Flick's Junk Journal on the front, but the journal was too long and I didn't like it, so I just took it off, so it's now just Flick's Junk. So there's what to use this for, and I put poems, either mine or others that I relate to, quotes like relatable or just inspiring quotes, maybe journal entries like stories, memories with people good and bad, and just putting junk in here, which the junk part is the main part of everything that's in here. Towards the start I didn't really do much. I wrote down some Madeline RG episodes that I wanted to make notes on because I thought she's very emotionally intelligent and I liked what she was saying, and so I wanted to go back and watch it and make notes, which I actually still haven't done. Then I got some pictures of my cats when they were babies, so that's Edna, and that's a picture of my bike, so not a picture of my kittens. And then I had like a pack of 300 stitch stickers, which is a common theme throughout this entire journal. So I just stuck a few of those in there, and I had to stick the pages back together because they were falling out. So the next one is more stitch stickers and some quotes. One of them being, "These pages are full of real memories given the shape of different characters, similar places and the same ideas," which is from the book called I Fell in Love with Hope. And I wrote it down because I've always wanted to write my own book, and I just really like that quote and I wanted to write it down to kind of like look back on if I ever did decide to write a book. So next page is picture of my dog Max and my dog Lottie, who I might have put clips of her, but she passed away, so she isn't in any of my videos now. But we've got some more stitch stickers, and this quote, it was on a TikTok, but my friend sent me the TikTok, and it says, "I want to pick all the dead flowers growing in your heart to take all the sadness away, and plant lovely lilacs and roses covering every inch of your soul to give you all the happiness that someone as lovely as you deserves," which is obviously a very beautiful quote. So I wanted to write it down so that I would never forget that, because me and the girl that sent me this have been friends for a very long time, and we still send we don't really talk as much now because she is at uni, which is 3.5 hours away, but we always catch up with each other, always check in with each other, and she always still sends me TikToks with quotes like this, and I send her TikToks with quotes like this as well. So I just wanted to document it. The start is more quotes because I was thinking that was what I was going to fill it with, and then towards the end I kind of just went more the junk route, but with some quotes mixed in. But yeah, so this is my dog with some sunglasses on and some quotes as well with some squiggly lines because I like drawing squiggly lines. So the first quote I put is, "You spend your whole life working towards making more money that you forget what you loved." And that's from the Hope Floats movie. And then another quote from the Hope Float movie is, "Beginnings are scary, endings are usually sad, but it's the middle that counts the most. You need to remember that when you find yourself at the beginning, just give hope a chance to float up and it will too." So I like to write down these quotes to remind myself basically not to take life too seriously. Obviously, I have severe anxiety which hinders a lot of things in my life. So having hope and not taking life too seriously is quite hard sometimes, but writing down these quotes and then reading them back, it always just gives me that little bit of like I reflect on everything and I'm like, okay, it's not going to be like this forever. So on the side with my dog on, I put, "Why have we decided that perfection is even a righteous thing to strive for? Perfection is just control dressed up in a different costume." And that quote was by Seth Hughes on TikTok. And I just think it's a really amazing quote. Perfection is not real. There is nothing that is 100% perfect. So the idea that anyone is perfect, well, it's not true. They said it was control dressed up in a different costume because it really is, to be honest. Because if you convince someone that they need to be perfect, then they're going to spend their whole life trying to prove it to themselves. So you have got that control over them, even if you didn't intend to have that control over them. So yeah, perfection is a myth. Nothing is perfect. And good. Life would be boring if everything was perfect. So next I have stuck in a word search. I love word searches. This is from a puzzle book I had, which I have finished. And I have 2 new word search books because I love them. And I have just some doodles with a few quotes stuck in. So it's "Don't be afraid of being a beginner," which is by Magda on Pinterest, because I am trying to get back into doing art because I used to do it all the time. But if you're an artist, you know that it's really disheartening when you get back into it and you're absolutely terrible. So I just wanted to write it down to remind myself that being a beginner is not, like, you're not going to be a beginner forever if you keep practicing. If you give up, then you're going to go back a few years later and you're still going to be a beginner. So you may as well, instead of wasting all that time worrying about that bit in between, then you may as well just be a beginner. Do shit art until you figure out how to make it better, or just do shit art. There's nothing wrong with shit art. I started a page about tattoos I wanted, but I didn't finish it and I don't like it, so I'm kind of thinking that I might change it. Then I was also going to do a page on art styles I liked, but again I didn't finish it because I don't like the page. So I think I'm going to replace those 2. The next is just a note from a birthday present someone sent me through Amazon when they had forgotten my birthday, so they sent a little note in with the Amazon present saying that sorry we missed your birthday, which was really nice. And then obviously there's a bunch of stickers on here because I love stickers. So the next page I have, so this is the lottery ticket that my mum gave me as a present for Christmas, I believe. And I did not win anything, of course, with, again, a bunch of stickers. There's a few more things that I will just show you. Like, I got this with a Christmas present. This is for JJK. This is a drawing I did of Satoru Gojo's eyes, well, eye, and Suguru Gato's eye, and then it's just a bunch of pictures of them 2 together. And a quote that says, "Satoru never knew how big Suguru's love was until Suguru thought of creating a world so that Satoru could live in peace, not as a tool," which was by Clara on TikTok. She commented on a video I saw and I really liked what she said, so I wrote it down. These are possibly my favourite characters in JJK. I just really love their story. I love and hate their story because obviously it doesn't have a happy ending. Well, unless you think that they obviously like went to heaven and are in heaven together. But then again, I don't think that Suguru would go to heaven, so I don't even think that they'd be together in the afterlife. Then I've just got some Scrabble scores. I've got some quotes with some stickers. I've just got a whole page of stickers and coloured in the page. This was just because for some reason I just wanted to use all my stickers, so I just kept putting them everywhere in the book. So I got Arcane, a quote about Arcane, and Jinx's eyes, which I did a drawing of. This was just off the top of a orange juice bottle, which I really liked. I got it years ago and I kept it because I just like the design, with some receipts behind it and some stickers. Just some more drawings, a note that my sister wrote for me when I was in uni, which I just found funny, so I put it in here. Some more stickers, and then these are settings for my videos so that they all kind of fit the same aesthetic, because I like how they all fit together on my page if they're all the same aesthetic. And then this was a drawing idea. This is Gojo holding Megami and Yuji's hands when they were little children, because everyone likes to say that Gojo is Megami's dad, and everyone will probably say that Nanami is Yuji's dad, but I also like the idea that he kind of just raised them both. Obviously he didn't raise Yuji, but once he meets him and gets to know him, he kind of like looks after him like a son. And then it says, art is the only way to run without leaving home, with stickers and colouring in. And then my predictions of my 2026 top songs, which are I Love It by backkk, The Great Divide by Noah Kahan, Bags by Clairo, The Hand by Annabella Dinda, and At the Beach in Every Life by Gigi Perez. But no, I made this before I knew that Noah Kahan was releasing a new album, so this is probably going to change because I love Noah Kahan and his new songs are already amazing. The Great Divide is actually one of the new songs on the album, but he released it as a single before the album came out. And then I got some pictures of the different Spotify songs. And then another page full of stickers and coloured in. This one, I just like the design of everything, like with the swirls and the checkered, and it's just got a bunch of quotes on it with a receipt and obviously Stop Overthinking. And then I want to draw on here, but I still haven't figured out what to draw. Then a quote with a bunch of swirlies on, which I actually really love this page. I know it's like completely simple and it just has a bit of writing with swirls, but I just love the colours of all the swirls and the way they look on the page. And the quote is, they said time heals, but Dostoevsky, I have no idea how you say that, said one never forgets the taste of certain tears, and I just kind of like that quote. So, and then this is a bunch of stuff from staying at my sister's where I've been, a receipt, pictures of my sister falling asleep on the sofa with the kittens lay on her, pictures of the kittens, more receipts for a nice day in there, sweet wrappers, water bottle wrappers, I drew of a cup of coffee or a cup of tea because I drank a lot of tea, picture of my dogs from when they were staying at my sister's, and a cutout of a Pepsi can, which actually glued down a lot better than I expected it to, because, well, they don't usually. I thought it was gonna like bend because it's obviously metal, but no. Well, you can see what this page is. It's another quote. I just like the way it looks. And then another page from when I was staying at my sister's with some more Moam wrappers, a kind of Jinx inspired like writing here, and then just this was really random. I don't really have like an idea. This is just all about the history of Moam, or Moam. I can never remember how you say it, because I kind of just like the idea of putting it in there next to this. Another quote. I just like it. It looks cool. And some more just junk from when I stayed at my sister's. Just a little like quote page. Not even a quote, just a page with a few little squiggles on. And then this one, which keeps coming undone because of the material of these. It's the outside of a sweet wrapper, so they don't really glue very well. And the cutout of the front of a Vimto can. This is all from my sister's as well. From my sister's, all of this is. I cut this out so it's like along the joysticks thing. And then on the next page I did this. This is wax from a candle. And then I just covered it because obviously this like sits like this on top of it, and I liked the idea of this design when this sits on the page like that. But also the page ripped here, so I had to put sellotape on it, and I couldn't draw on the sellotape, so that kind of was an issue. But yeah, I just like the way the wax looks. My candle's wick ran out, and I was like, what am I going to do with all the leftover wax? So I just decided to pour some of it in here and see what it looked like. The next one is obviously what it says. It's my anime watch list, because I have a TBR and I have like a whole list of books that I want to read, and I was like, I have a whole list of animes I want to watch. So I have a very long list of animes. There's another page, if I can get it, of animes, and then I just left a blank page for more animes that I want to watch in the future. This is a letter I got when one of my friends left the job that I was working at. I also had left by that point, but I went back to get my shoes, and this was in the drawer with my shoes, so I cut it up and used it as a page, which I literally just did this the other day, so I haven't figured out what I want to do with it yet, but this was how they wrote my name on the front of the envelope, and yeah, I just wanted to make a page of it. This one, more scrap stuff. It just says midnight snack anyone, because I went to the shop and bought orange juice and love hearts, which is a really odd combination, but I love orange juice and I love hearts. This one, you can see what it is. You're probably wondering why I've already had an Easter egg when it's not Easter, because Tesco's near me was selling mini Easter eggs, and the chocolate in an Easter egg is just so much better than normal chocolate. So I bought one, and this is the receipt from all the stuff that I bought for Mother's Day, as well as the chocolate egg, because yeah, I just wanted to put it in there. This is some design ideas for the fairings of my motorbike. Like, these are some ideas of what I might do, or some ideas of like if I can buy any that kind of look like this. And then I got this one as well. It says motorbike design ideas, and then down the side it's just facts about the SV650, which it says 2007 SV650S restricted for A2 license, top speed is 135 miles per hour so far, blue colour with a few scuffs, so wanted to repaint, only had 13,000 miles, got a few modifications. So it's a really basic page really. Some more scraps. I really liked the box that my hand cream came in, so I cut it out and used it on this. This is from, I think it's from one of my mum's Mother's Day presents, or it was something I bought off Amazon. I can't actually remember what that's from. It was in a package and I just wanted to put it in here because I had a bunch of green stuff already and I wanted to just add it. This is from the visor I bought. This is Dragon Motorsport. They gave me a bunch of stickers, so I obviously used them. I did some squiggles here to fill in the blank space, and then I just stuck all the stickers in and did a bit of black here so you can actually read the writing. And then lastly, this is the page I'm working on at the moment for this throw that I bought. It came with obviously the packaging and I've cut it out to use for this. It came with a bunch of ribbons to wrap it in, so I've just cut them out and used them down the sides of the pages. This is from a teddy hammock that I bought because I have so many teddies and I have nowhere to put them, so I bought a hammock for them to go in. And I just put sellotape over the top of the box and ripped it, and this is the design that was on there. So yeah, that is all I have so far, I believe. Yeah, that's the last page. I don't have any more. I just have the ideas in the back with some more stickers and some scraps. But I mainly have my scraps in a box which my mic is resting on, so you cannot see it right now unless you can see my mic. I think you can see my mic, but it's what my mic is resting on. So yeah, that's what I've been doing while I've been gone, because I love art and I'm trying to get back into it at the moment. I'm trying to reteach myself how to do anatomy, so like anatomy of a water drop, male anatomy with blank space, female anatomy, and I also did do, if I can find it, a design for my sister's bedroom because she wants to change it around and she can't figure out what design she wants, so I just said I'd design it. And I've done some head anatomy ideas, but I didn't like having all the stuff like page after page when I wanted to do some practice ones, so I've ripped it out and I'm going to put it further down the sketchbook. So yeah, that's what I've been keeping myself busy with while I've been gone. I've obviously been looking after the kittens, come back home now, and I have, yeah, this is my first video back. I was going to make this video about riding at night, but now I feel like it will be too long, so I will make that into a second video. And yeah, I hope you liked my little tour of my junk journal, and if you like this type of content and want to see more of it, then just let me know down in the comments. I love doing junk journals, so I can make more videos about them, but I am also setting up a new account for some new stuff that's coming along, which the junk journal might fit more in line with. So I will do any more junk journal content on this page until the other one is up and ready, if you would like, or I can just wait until that one's open if you're not interested, because obviously I know this page is a motorbike page, so you're probably all here watching this video and being like, why are we looking at a bunch of junk in a little A5, probably not even no, that's not A5, A6. I think it's even smaller than A6. Ignore me. In a little journal. Like, obviously I know some people who are watching this are probably like, this is not what I've come to watch, but I love it, so I just thought I'd show you what I've been up to while I've been gone. But yeah, if that is all for today. If you enjoyed this video, then remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.